Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go! Probably should cut the early part out.
Radio. This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, lyrics, how it was made, and everything in between, or at least we try to. My name is Tyler, and way out there hundreds of miles away is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button, dude. That's what the kids say. That's all I have for the boring intro. So let's hop into this. We're doing the Beastie Boys. This week we're doing Hello Nasty. Obviously, that's why you clicked on this episode, because you saw that what we're doing. So let's get into our origin story with the Beastie Boys. Then we'll get into our first impressions. Keep making that face. Let's get into the first impressions of Hello Nasty, and then we'll just start talking about banger stinkers and all that other stuff.
Stinkers, blah, 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 blah.
Origin story. What do you got? Go.
There it is. The MTV music videos and shit. Sabotage was there. Liked it. I didn't care for the song that much at the time. But the video was cool. I love the video. And then Intergalactic dropped before the album came out, and MTV had like a you heard it here first or some shit, some thing that they did. So the Intergalactic video dropped, and I loved it. Fucking just, I don't know, smitten, just over the moon about it. I still am. That's my favorite music video of all time. I love the video so much, and so I wanted the record. Record came out, and obviously, like I've heard Brass Monkey. I've heard Girls of This Time, because like my cousin Ben, he listened to a lot of this stuff. My other friend at the time, Eric, his older brother Josh, listened to a lot of Josh is the guy that I stole the Sublime record from a long time ago. So it's like I heard these songs. I knew who the Beastie Boys were, but this one felt like it was mine, and so I wanted Hello Nasty. My mom was like, no, you're not. No, it's got a parental advisory. You're not getting that. We're like, what are we, 11, 12 at the time? 11. It's 98, yeah, 11, like 11. Yeah. No, you're not buying it. I'm not buying it for you. So I asked my aunt, my mom's sister, Rena. She's always the cooler one, man.
Yeah,
and so
it's like my Aunt Becky.
Yeah, dude. So I used to go to Rena's house a lot, and she bought it for me, and I had to like quietly listen, which even like looking back to the lyrics this week, they barely fucking cuss on this fucking thing.
There's nothing on here.
There's like 3 cuss words on the entire fucking thing. And so Rena bought it for me. My mom found it out, and she was so fucking mad. But let me keep it. So that was nice of her.
That's nice.
But yeah, so I always
not like the Kid Rock CD, but
no, yes. That was my dad. My dad broke that shit.
I know.
he was more fuddy duddy when it came to that shit.
Or when my mom threw my Korn CD when she found it. Luckily, it didn't break. But she threw it.
Was it
Korn?
Korn
CD. It was Follow the Leader.
Yeah, luckily it didn't break. Sure, luckily
it didn't.
Yeah, that's my so Hello Nasty was the first Beastie Boys record that was like mine. Like, this is my thing. I'm exploring this like as it's in real time. I'm not going back on License to Ill. I'm not going back on Paul's Boutique. Like, this is my record. So it always holds like that special place in my heart. But I do think it's warranted. I guess we'll get more into that later on. But I do think there's something special about this record that they didn't do on anything else.
Okay, good. So my origin story, I honestly, the first thing I remember hearing and seeing was the video for Intergalactic. Maybe I heard, Girls and Brass Monkey and Fight for Your Right on K-Rock prior to it, but I have no recollection of that. It never stood out to me. But, like you said, we were 11 years old when this record came out. And this is the beginning of me, at least, listening to K-Rock and watching MTV and VH1 for the first time. And this video was all over MTV. Not really VH1, because VH1 was more for the alternative rock.
And the 80s bitches.
And 80s bitches, yes. But MTV played this video a lot, and I thought the video was so cool. I thought the video was fucking rad.
It's unreal.
And I thought the song was cool at the time, but all through high school, I wasn't a big Beastie Boys fan. It wasn't until after high school that I started to kind of get into them. And really, once we started collecting vinyl in 2020, I really got into Beastie Boys then, but I've never been a huge fan of this group. Like they've never been like my go-to band or group ever, but I've liked songs here and there that I've heard, but it wasn't until the last 6-7 years where I really got into them. So yeah, that's my origin story and kind of like my background with this band was Intergalactic as far as I can remember. That was my OG origin story. So first impressions on Hello Nasty. Clearly you loved it because, you know, this is your album. It was like with my cousin Brandon, he's a couple years older than me. He got into Dude Ranch by Blink-182. That was his record. My record was Enema of the State. And he would make fun of me for liking that record more than Dude Ranch, but that was his record. Enema was mine. And it all makes sense. So it's like you have that, you just kind of have that when you're a kid. When you grow up, you have your record from a particular band. For
sure, and that's imprinted on you forever because you're going to have memories of growing with the band more than you would anything else. And much like Dude Ranch and the Enema conversation, where we're like, those are totally different pop punk records. To someone who doesn't give a fuck about pop punk, those are the same exact records, right? But like to us, like no, dude, they're completely fucking different.
So different.
And like that's how I think. That's my mindset about Hello Nasty versus everything else in the discography. I do think this is so much different, but I got some receipts, and you can kind of tell. Like there's a lot of different stuff that they've never done before, and they've never done.
There's a lot of yeah, you're right. This is like, I think technically speaking, I think objectively, this is probably their best record.
It's their most ambitious. It's their most wild.
Yes, it is.
It's their most experimental.
It truly is. I mean, they were doing this kind of stuff on, or things similar to this on Check Your Head and Ill Communication. But they just doubled down and they worked with both Mixmaster Mike and Money Mark on this record. I bring them up a lot because they are so significant.
They're part of the band.
They're so important to this band. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not just the three guys.
And Mario C?
Yes, correct. But I would say more Money Mark and Mixmaster Mike. And this is the first with Mixmaster Mike. And there's even a little bit on one of the songs at the very beginning where he auditioned for the band on, I think it was MCA's voicemail.
Yeah.
Which is, it sounds so cool. Like if it was legitimate, it sounds like the coolest fucking thing ever.
He puts a wah pedal on his turntable and he's like, check this out. I put a fucking wah pedal on my turntable. Wow. And it makes
it just sounds like OG dubstep.
It's spacey.
It sounds like dubstep.
It's fucking wild. It's insane. Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So, I mean, we will be talking about both of those guys because both of them are I think they're just as important as the three guys in the band. I really think so. I really, really think so because they add so much nuance to this record because they're not on every song. I think each of them are on like 6 songs each, and they're spread out all throughout this record, and but they all bring their own thing to it, and I think they're fantastic. Fun little fact too: Money Mark was in Omar Rodriguez Lopez's one of his bands, his solo band, at one point, which is kind of cool too.
Fun fact is I saw Mixmaster Mike live.
You did with DJ Kilmore, right?
DJ Kilmore
from Incubus.
Well, it was a Mixmaster Mike set because he had just he was releasing his one of his not debut records, but one of his records. So he was playing a lot of songs from there, and Kilmore came out and they did a little battle.
That's cool.
But me being 14, well, it was 2001, so like 14-ish at the time.
Yeah, 14-ish, yeah.
And the sun was setting in the Inland Empire, and the fires were starting to go, so I didn't really have a whole lot of interest in watching that. I want to jump over fires, dude.
That's what you do when you're 14. You jump over giant fires. When you go to concerts, yes, that's exactly what you do when you live here. Yes, that's what I did too.
And we're not even like people made to saying like, oh, that's fucking funny. Like, no, that's literally what we did.
That's not an exaggeration. Yes,
that's what we did.
I was just telling Tammy last night too. Like we used to go to so many shows out in San Bernardino, and I told her like there was multiple times, one specifically where we went to a show out there, and some guy took off his shirt, some big fucking white dude took off his shirt and he had a giant swastika across his back, and some guy just came up and just fucking sucker punched him and he just knocked out.
It looked like he was dead.
He looked like he was, and nobody cared. Nobody fucking cared.
I remember like I don't remember what that was, but
it was Family Values. No, it was Ozfest. I think it was Ozfest.
I remember that was the first time where I was like genuinely scared. Like I was like, wow, I think he just killed that guy. Oh,
But
fire!
it's like, but it's like when we used to go to shows out in San Bernardino, there would always be white dudes walking around with swastikas like on their chest, and
that
like,
one
that
in
was
particular. That was a wild. He was a
common-
big guy too. Like that.
He
The
was
guy
a
that got
big
knocked
guy,
out was a big guy. San Bernardino's crazy. Still is crazy, but San Bernardino's
Yeah,
fucking
it is.
the Wild West, the biggest county in the United States.
It is. That's true, dude.
Crazy.
Those are
Those are
those
facts,
are geography facts.
Those are
Geography facts. So anyway, so when you saw Mixmaster Mike, did Beastie Boys play? So
No.
have you seen them?
No.
No. Okay. Because I've never seen them either.
Closest
Never
I ever
seen them.
got to the Beastie Boys was watching Mixmaster. Much like the closest I'll ever get to the Beatles is watching Les Claypool.
Sean Lennon. Yeah. You'll see. We're both going to see Sean Lennon in a month and a half.
So I
that's
guess I'll take what I can get. I guess.
Do you see Paul McCartney played on SNL?
I heard
last
about
weekend?
it, and I heard it was old.
I mean, and just talk about like how SNL's been around for 50 years and they still can't get like the mixing board right. They make every band sound like utter shit. Like it's just the worst mix ever, and he just sounded like shit. Not because his voice is old, but just because the mix sucked. But anyway, yeah.
That's
but
SNL, dude.
Chad Smith played drums with him. But anyway,
Also old.
That's true, yeah. And then Will Ferrell came out and played cowbell on Help. They played
course.
Beatles Help. Came out and played cowbell.
Just
But anyway, we're not.
SNL's is drowning.
Dude, SNL. I mean, it sucked for a long time.
Decades.
So yeah. The Lonely Island era was pretty good, but
Those
otherwise, yeah, it
skits were good.
The skits, yes, the skits, yes.
And like
Correct.
there's good skits here and there. Like the guy that's married to ScarJo, like his skit with that black dude, the
The
daily
Weekend
update thing,
Update.
fucking hilarious.
Weekend Update is the only thing that's ever been consistently good.
yeah,
on SNL.
hilarious.
Everything else is pretty trash. So
I should
Mad
skip
TV
it,
did it
though.
better. Mad TV did it better. Just
Yeah.
saying. Anyway, Beastie Boys. We're talking about Beastie Boys, dude.
There's so much to
Um,
talk about too. Like the fact
I
that we're
know,
getting
I
derailed. We're
know.
just
It's crazy.
we could do the whole episode on Intergalactic alone.
So let's get into. So do we have any stinkers on this record?
no,
I assume no.
no,
Yeah.
no.
So how many bangers do you have on this one?
So the biggest
There's
complaint.
22 songs, by the way.
22. The biggest complaint people have with this record is its length. And I get it. I understand it.
67 minutes.
I get it. I understand it. However, I think because it's so top heavy with pop bangers, you're looking for a different record in the second half. And when you stop doing that and you just understand this record is about grooves, it's about Mario C, doing his thing with Mixmaster Mike and Money Mark, and you think like, okay, the second half is just this weird fucking like acid jazz kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
It makes for a better record. Don't look for body movement in the second half. Don't look for like the only thing that's kind of like really like a outlier is 3 MCs and 1 DJ in the second half. But even then, that's right there on the cusp of like getting into the second half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the length is a little bit long. I will agree. I think there's only one song on here that I would probably cut. Otherwise, I have no stinkers. I don't think every song is like a true banger, but I love a lot of these songs just for their vibe. I think they're fucking so goddamn good. Like you mentioned Money Mark earlier. Dude is so fucking good at just creating just atmospheric, ethereal kind of sounds.
Yep.
And then you hook them up with like Mixmaster Mike and just like what? Like, you know what I mean?
And once again, the layering. They love to layer their songs in so many different
it's so
sounds
good.
and noises and shit. Yes, I think it's fantastic. Absolutely.
But yeah, one song I'd probably just get rid of, but that's it.
There are two songs that I would say you could really cut from this. I'll just say it: "Instant Death," the closer. Like I get why they did it. It's an homage to
You just gave me
their friend to Dave, their friend who OD'd, and then what was it Adrock's? Was it Adrock, right? His mom. Yeah, and I get it, but it's just like
it's fucking good, dude. It's such a great closer.
It's fine.
It piggybacks on like what they built, especially like in the picture this sound. But yeah, like the song is about like that. It's about like the loss of people in your life, but like moving forward. And it's fucking sad. Beastie Boys don't ever get like emo. This is like emo as fuck all over this record. This is like some Death Cab for Cutie kind of shit all over this record. And the whole point of the song is he just wishes he has like an instant death after seeing all of his friends just slowly fade away. And that's heavy shit. and that's the closer.
It is.
It's a good closer.
And also Dedication. I could do without Dedication.
Dedication, the only song I agree. I think Dedication is it's just
that shit never works out. Like
it doesn't.
Like Limp Bizkit didn't do it well. Sublime
didn't do very well. It's stupid.
I don't like these types of songs. I think they're silly.
If you're going to do it,
filler.
Just put it the closer so we can just cut it out. You know what I mean? Let's we can just skip it. Don't put it here. But yeah, it's Dedication. That's the only song on the whole record that I think you could get.
Agreed. So I have 12 bangers. Or no, 14 bangers. Sorry. I have
14
bangers.
Good.
14 bangers. Because I'm telling you, I like this record, and I love how nuanced this record is. I agree. The second half of the record is not really representative of the first half because it's a lot less of the rap stuff that they're doing. It's all over the fucking place, and I love it. I love this record for that because I'm not the biggest fan of their straight hip hop stuff.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Okay, ask me this.
Tracks 1 through 12, how many B's you got? And then tracks 13 to 22, how many B's you got? Which has more B's?
I would say the first 1 through 12.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say 1 through 12 have more B's.
Which it has to be. More. Okay.
Yeah, because the later tracks that are the more hip hop that Beastie Boys, they're weaker tracks. They really are weaker tracks. But some of the instrumental or like the weird like the loungy stuff on the latter half of the record are incredible, and some of those songs like are high up on my banger list. But overall, yeah, it's the first 12 are better. Yeah. I
mean, they're better because they're so fucking good. Like like Intergalactic, right? Like, you're not gonna fuck with Intergalactic. That's
of course that's my
songs,
my
right?
1B.
Yeah,
of course.
It'd be stupid if it wasn't. But you also said a lot of stupid things today. But Intergalactic,
I've never said anything stupid in my life.
There it is. At the end, we're just notching them up.
Once again, never. Intergalactic, yes, this is the big hit off of this record. Body Movin' was really popular as well, but I mean, Intergalactic just took them to another place, and that's kind of what the song is about too, right? It's about their band transcends like outside of Earth, like it's that good to where it could be played anywhere in the universe. Yeah, and yeah, this song's different. It's weird. It's quirky as fuck. The hook itself is so weird and unique, and it's all kinds of fucked up. I love it.
It's okay. So overall, like you mentioned early in the rankings, where the Beastie Boys lyrics, they're not like Nas. They're not painting this picture of what it's like to be a person in a place at a time or whatever. They just have some really.
There's not a lot of
storytelling. There's not a lot of storytelling. They have great wordplay sometimes. They have great rhymes. They have great one-liners. They have funny little things that they do, and there's three of them.
No Jimmy Pop though. There's no Jimmy Pop from Bloodhound Gang.
I don't think they're trying to be Jimmy Pop. I don't think they're trying to be Jimmy Pop anyway.
I don't think they're trying to be him either. But they're just not as witty.
It's a different kind of wit, where Jimmy Pop is like willingly trying to be funny. Like if Jimmy Pop is not funny, then he thinks he's not doing a good job, and. Fortunately for him, he's really, really good at being funny.
He's so funny. And he's a good rapper too.
But like, come on, bro. Like Jimmy Pop is one type of rapper, and he's how you would rap if you don't know how to rap.
These guys are pretty one-dimensional too. There's just three of them with different voices, so when they're constantly talking over each other.
No, that's not true. They're not the greatest rappers of all time.
They're pretty one-dimensional. Rapping-wise, they're pretty one. Each. As individuals, yes, they are. They're pretty one-dimensional. They do their own thing, and they do it the same way every single song.
That is untrue and incorrect.
Vocally,
and that is why this record is so important, is because, especially like Mike D. Mike D has, I think, the most dynamic out of all of them on this record. Whereas Mike D is kind of like, he's the middle ground, right? Ad Rock's got like the bad breath on your rings, and then MCA's got like
the worst part of it.
But dude, the fucking
to me that's the worst part.
Because just
it's true.
There's so many stupid fucking things that come out of here because he's the most boring.
He's the most like,
boring. Oh,
he's
good
the
Lord,
least annoying out of the three of them.
I don't even. I'm trying to have 1 point, but then I'm also trying not to be pissed off at the dumb shit that comes out of your mouth.
I also keep interrupting you. I should let you continue.
Points. So
you should continue. And
anyway,
I won't
Ad Rock is the one that has the that's my favorite thing he's ever said. What's your bad breath on your rings on Paul's Boutique, and then MCA is the more like raspy kind of like the dad of the group. He's the older and he has the but like Mike D is always kind of been thrown to the wayside. But on this record, man, he's got some stuff where it's traditional and it's like that's whatever. But then he's got some bounce on these ones and some of the later tracks too. It's like, my God, bro, like you have really, really good flow. Like your inflection on certain words are better than I've ever heard you do. The way you rhyme, like I'm like the limerick thing and everything too later on. But like your rhyming schemes are fucking dope. Like sometimes you just go after it and have no rhymes, but your flow is incredible. And then sometimes like you slow the flow down, but like everything fucking rhymes. You have internal rhymes, you have lazy rhymes, you have all this stuff. Like there's so much going on here. For you to call them one-dimensional is wild, silly boy talk. It's just it's uneducated is what it is.
So one thing that they do on this record, but probably the least amount on this record, compared to the earlier ones. But it sounds like so many of their songs are just slowed down versions of their own songs. You know what I mean? It's like oh, let's make a track that's at this BPM, but then let's slow the whole thing down. And then they'll release that slowed down version of it. Like there's some songs that just kind of like trudge along. I can't even think of an example right now, but
like in Intergalactic, right? Like there's like Mike D's got some cool shit in Intergalactic.
He does. But I guess I'm getting ahead of myself.
We're still talking about Intergalactic. So like Mike D.
We are. I'm getting ahead of myself. So
like verse 2 in Intergalactic, I think is incredible because verse 2 starts off with Adderall. He's like, "Chance name one, that's our team," right? And then like MCA comes in, which he doesn't always like do really fast. He's more of like again like the dad guy. I kind of like takes it slow. He's just, keep it going full speed, right? Everyone's just going as fast as fucking possible. And then Mike D comes in. He's like, Mario C likes to keep it clean, gonna shine like it's just got this big dick swing to it, and he doesn't always slow it down like that. Usually, like MCA will slow things down. While Ad Rock is always kind of like on the devil kind of thing going on, where like MCA is kind of like more the angel thing, right? And then Mike D just slows everything fucking down. Like God and name OD stick it to themes. Well, I don't know. The second verse of Intergalactic is my favorite. I think it's fucking insane. I think it shows all three of them doing something they don't always normally do, but it melts so well together. And even then, like it's to say like they're one dimensional, whatever. That's the Beastie Boys, right?
It is.
They're greater than the sum of their parts.
Yeah.
That's what makes them unique. That's what makes them different than any other rap group that has ever graced the planet. Is they are greater than the sum of their parts.
And that's one thing I really kind of noticed this week listening to all their records again, just intently listening to all their records again, was that their sound is them, absolutely. It's not necessarily a knock, but it is them. But they just do the thing where one guy will do a line, or at the end of every line, one guy will do his thing, and then the last word of that line, all three will come in and do the last word. So there's almost like this echo, and it's just like this weird backup vocal thing. And they do it. That's all they fucking do in their songs. And just sometimes it's just like, let the one guy just do his thing for a verse without any backup, without anything else. Just let them do their thing. And which is very different from hip hop, because most hip hop, you'll get one rapper get his whole one long verse. Another rapper will get his whole long one verse. But these guys, at the end of every single fucking line, the other two are coming in.
It's not every fucking line.
It's almost every time.
It's not every line. It's not every.
I'm exaggerating a bit. But
and you're also like,
generally speaking, that's what it is. And sometimes it's just like, just let the guy just breathe and like go through his flow and do what he needs to do.
Take out Wu-Tang and Beastie Boys. How many rap artists can you say have more than even two people on a record?
No, you're right. Yeah, not a lot. There aren't very many rap groups.
And so like
you're totally right. Yeah.
And so mostly rap is just one guy saying one thing on his own, and then you're mad that now you have like Easy Tiger. Farsight I'll give you. Black Eyed Peas I'm not going to give you.
They were a hip hop group for 4 albums before.
Calm down, my guy. So you're over here. So you named two.
Truth.
Good job. You named two. So you're over here mad. So you're over here mad that like people. There's too many people. There's too many. Yeah, keep going. Give me 5. I said give me 5. Give me 5.
I have to think. I'm not a big hip hop guy. I'm just naming Jedi Mind Tricks. There's another one. Not to say that they're like the greatest, because they're not. But there's another example of a group.
So we're at
Anyway.
right. Like, but if I said give me like a rock group that has 2 vocalists, you boom 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 right all day
Run
long.
the Jewels 5. There we go.
Good job. You did. That's fine.
I did 5.
You did 5.
I did it.
You did 5. And but like, come on, don't be silly boy here. There's not a lot of them. It's mostly one
correct.
person delivering one style over one record. And now we have something different, not just 2, but there's 3 of them, and you're mad.
Mm-hmm. Just because somebody does something different doesn't always make it like the greatest thing in the world.
No. There's 2 different arguments here. I'm not saying that it's the greatest thing in the world.
But you're acting like
You're mad that it's different. That's what you're mad at.
No, I'm not
But
mad
you
that
always,
it's different.
But you always get mad at
I'm not mad that it's
because
different.
It
No,
sounds
I'm
the
not.
same.
I'm not mad that it's different.
But then you got mad at earlier Beastie Boys records because they were too samey, like on Paul's Boutique. Like, it just sounds the same. But then now when it sounds different, I don't like that it's... What do you like then?
I'm not mad that it's different. I'm not mad at all that it's different. I like different. I like quirky.
But you said it's the same thing. They do the same thing over and over. But what they're doing
because
is
that's the
actually
thing they've been
different.
doing since their first record.
But
That's
what they're
they've been doing
is
since their first
actually
album.
different, though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But it's not that different from other groups.
There's
Well, actually,
no
it is.
other
I'm
group
sorry.
that has 3 except for Wu-Tang.
I take it back. They are doing something different where they're constantly talking over each other. They're constantly rapping over each other. They're accenting each other on virtually every line. Yes, I'm exaggerating at that last part, but you get the gist of it. Like, sometimes it gets to be too much. Like,
You're just fussy.
let the guys breathe. Let the guys have.
But they
just,
did
like,
breathe on like Paul's Boutique, and you hated it.
No, they don't though, because the sampling and the instrumentation and all of that is just this wall of fucking just noise.
Maybe you just
which
don't
is
like
not
hip hop.
not necessarily
general.
a bad thing.
I think
I like hip hop.
This is a genre of music that you know. Whatever.
I have a good hip hop collection. I like hip hop. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I enjoy it. All genre, or not all genres, but most genres from the 80s until now. Yeah, I enjoy a lot of it. Well, it's true, dude. We all know this. Anyway,
okay. All right.
Intergalactic. The video too. The video is bright. You know, kids love bright colors. All the yellows and blues and all that. It's a bright video.
It's bleak. It's bleak, but it has bright yellows. It's bleak because
kids love bright colors.
But it's just yellow. Like, there's not a whole lot of like. It's not this
Still bright.
vibrant thing going on. It's just one color that's yellow. It's not some yo gabba gabba thing where there's all these different colors. It's a bleak video, and it's very Godzilla-esque, and it's very. I mean, I'm sure there's a whole. I know there's a whole like sub thing of what inspired it, and I didn't recognize any of them except for Godzilla, and like with the VR Trooper thing, and that's what it's inspired by. But like also, it's MCA did the video, right? And this is a
was
guy.
it Spike Jonze?
I don't think that was Spike Jonze.
Oh,
I'm like
Spike Jonze did a lot of
sure. He did
quite a
Sabotage.
few of the videos. Yeah,
The MCA did Body Moving for sure, and I'm like second guessing myself, but I'm pretty sure that he did Intergalactic. But yeah, this is my favorite video of all time. I think it's got everything right. It's got the guys in the band. You have to have them in the band, and they're a rap group. So what do you do as a rap group if you don't want to walk down the street, look fucking tight, and look cool in your cool fucking clothes, and like fuck bitches, and have like dope ass highness on your side? You just goof off, right? Like Ben Stiller and Meet the Parents, right? Can you deal with that?
At the very end.
That was funny, right? Did you laugh at that part? Had you forgot about that part till you watched it again?
I completely forgot about it
Dude,
until the very end.
That was so funny too. Can you deal with that? And then it ends.
And
that was
cuts,
good.
yeah.
Such a good movie. But yeah, that's what you do.
The first, that Meet the Parents was so fun. It's so good.
It holds
Just
up.
watched it again this week.
Holds up
holds
100%.
Up so well. Yeah.
But I'm not going to watch Meet the Fockers.
There's some uncomfortable parts.
There's also Little Fockers too. Did you watch Little Fockers?
No, we didn't watch that. We watched Meet the Fockers. And it's just, it pales in comparison.
Okay. I'm not going to watch it again. I haven't watched it since it came out. I'm not going to watch it again.
It's fine. Honestly, it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. But you can't beat Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents
also,
is so fucking good.
The girl, the fiance, Meet the Parents, the way she acts with Owen Wilson, dude, highly inappropriate. Like, she is out of fucking line.
Yes.
Right? Like, she is out of line. Like, the way she's like, well, like, maybe we should invite her. Like, what the fuck? Like, I am uncomfortable with that. Therefore, you should be uncomfortable with that. If that is a problem, then we have a problem. Like, no.
We're talking about Meet the Parents right now.
I know.
Anyway, the second one, Dustin Hoffman in the second one is really fucking good. Dustin Hoffman's great. Even Barbara Streisand is pretty good in the second one, but Dustin Hoffman kills it in the second movie.
I just remember I remember just thinking like, this is just too over the top. Like,
it is, yeah, it is.
Like the first one, it's awkward as fuck, but I could see that happening in real life, right? The spray painting the cat's tail. Like I could see like someone just really, really trying to impress somebody. You could do something that stupid, but it's not too stupid. But the second one, I always just thought like, I don't know, this is too stupid.
It is over the top. Yeah, it is a bit over the top.
A person wouldn't do this.
All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this.
Anyway, Intergalactic, that's my 1B.
Good.
What's funny, actually, I have a good anecdote with this one. Remember Taylor Moe, friend of the pod, Taylor Moe?
I do remember Taylor Moe. Yeah.
So he lived across the street from my RDO, and when this video first came out, because we were like best friends, probably like basically when we started high school, which is so weird. Like, why are kids best friends, and then when you start high school, and you don't live next to them, therefore, like, you're almost like enemies. Like, I never talked to Taylor Moe the entirety of high school.
Mm-hmm. Because you met me freshman year.
But, like, I was friends with Devin and Eric, and then when we started high school, no, I met him before high school. But then when we started high school, because they lived down the street, like, but it wasn't just like, hey, what's up, Devin? Like, oh, yeah, how's your dad? It was just, like, they were enemies. Like, I never talked to him at all. That's weird, huh? Why are kids weird?
It is weird. Yeah,
but anyway, the video would come on, and either I would call him if I saw it first, or he would call me when he saw it first, and then we would watch the video on the phone, like, together, and then we'd rap on it. Or we would say what we thought the words were, and even until this week, I half of these words I had no idea what the fuck we were saying. But then funny part is, after we handed the phone, I would go back to watching like Little Bear or Blue's Clues or some shit like that.
Some little kid show, yeah.
Dude, Little Bear was a show that I fucking hated so much while I watched it, but I still watched it.
Yes, I was the same way. And my sister's 3 years younger than me, and she would watch that because she was that age. And I would watch it, and I'd think, oh, this is so dumb. But I would watch every single episode.
Why?
I don't know what was wrong with. I don't know why Little Bear of all shows.
Little Bear was the one that got me. Like, I never really liked Franklin, but like Rupert, never
Gullah
liked
Gullah
Rupert.
Island.
Never liked
Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah, never liked Gullah Gullah. But dude, Little Bear got me. I don't know why.
Every time I would watch it every fucking time, and I didn't really like it. Or Barney, like I was too old for Barney.
Yeah, I never watched Barney.
My sister watched that. My sister loved Barney.
Never watched Teletubbies. We're too old for. We're
too old for that.
We're too old by like a year or two.
Yeah, but that was old enough to where we didn't watch those shows. This is just nostalgia. This is just
that's what Intergalactic does, dude.
That's what this band does, dude. So let's get into your 2B. What do you got for your 2B?
Body Moving.
Same here. Body Moving
sound. It sounds so soothing. I mean, this easily could have been number one. I think this intro is just fucking. Dude, this intro is so insane, right? Ready? On. And it's from this old dance caller meaning like this dude that would like call like square dances and shit in the U.S. His name was Ed Durlacher. And this is why I think the Beastie Boys are fucking dope, man, because even though like Paul's Boutique, like, oh, they hooked up with the Dust Brothers and put this out, like they were still involved in the process of sampling, of recording, of everything. All three of these guys dug through crates. And this is like this like proves it, right? You can go on Discogs and this thing, like nobody fucking wants this thing. It's some random cheap vinyl that just had some guys.
I'm looking at it, Raid.
Right, it just has some guys calling square dances and shit on it.
Ed Durlacher. Yeah, and the album's called Modern Dynamic Physical Fitness Activities.
Yeah,
it's a double LP, by the way. You can get one for $10 on Discogs right now, and it is a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's definitely two LPs.
It's stupid. It's just him calling things.
Yeah,
and like this is what's wrong. This is what's wrong with DJs today. It's there's no digging, man. No
digging.
And I respect like we like because I own a record store now, and I do respect a lot of the kids that come in here. And I say kids, it's usually the younger kids that will do this. They'll come in and they'll spend like $30, but they'll buy just like bottom tier shit. And like, why are you buying this? And like, I'm just gonna sample it, see if it's good. If it's not, I'll throw it away. And like, that's cool. Like I respect that. Whereas
that's how DJs. That's what DJs do, or that's what they should do.
So like I think it's cool because like now you can just go to whosampled.com, right? And you can just type in, I found this random Ed Durlacher record. I wonder if anyone's ever sampled this. And if someone has and you don't use it, but if no one's ever sampled it, then you're going to use a sample now. But that's what the intro is. Anyway, moving on. Miss Tuesday.
But it's important to this band and this record because you have DJs in the 90s who are still digging. They're still coming up with these random beats and samples that they've discovered from records that have never been popular or were popular
because of the Beastie
years.
Boys, right? Like people are digging more because they want to be the next Paul's Boutique,
and you know,
they want to be better.
And Mixmaster Mike, yes, he's a DJ, and that's what he does too. Like he digs just as much as every other DJ, like to find the cool beats, to find the cool grooves, and whatever it is. Samples. I think it's. I wouldn't say it's a lost art, but it's. I have mad respect for people for finding things like this, and also when you go and seek out samples like this in a physical way, like on vinyl and everything like that, it adds to the imagination of the person looking for a beat because they're looking for something specific. They don't know what it is, but then they kind of have to like.
Well, you're formulating songs in your mind, right?
Yeah.
You hear a drum break, and you're like, "Oh, that was." I don't give a fuck about the song whatsoever, but that little 3-second drum break was super dope, and that would fit perfectly in this idea that I have for this 10-second piece of this 3.5 minute song.
Well, the point I was making too was that these guys can come up with the beat like in Pro Tools or whatever, or GarageBand, like whatever beat that they're thinking in their mind they can come up with. But if they're going back and literally manually going through a record and trying to find a sample, and they hear something that's not quite what they wanted, but they hear it and it inspires them to use it because they think, oh, now this actually sounds better than what I was thinking, and now I could do this and I could do that. It's easier for them to branch out and do something different and out of the box than what they were expecting, rather than just making the beat themselves in whatever program they use online or whatever program they use on their computer. So I think it adds to the fun, the experimentation, and the inspiration of a DJ to go out and manually go out and find these fucking beats off of weird fucking records.
And I think like I don't think, but I know that this is what adds to like the overall aesthetic of hip hop. Like this is what makes hip hop so different, and it's hip hop is easily dismissive of like that's not your actual song. You're just taking someone else's song. And it's like, well, yes and no. Like, yes, they are taking someone else's song and making it
way
into
more
their own.
nuanced than that.
But like, hip hop is like the podcasting of music. Like these guys are like shoulder to shoulder digging through crates, and now it's different because everybody's collecting vinyl. But in the 90s, it was just like hip hop heads, and like guys are digging for weird shit. But like hip hop heads did like shoulder to shoulder, like, oh, dude, check this record out because of the break on track 3, right? Or check this out because the fucking bass line on track 7, and like this is like the way that people talk to music. But like in the rock world, no one did that kind of shit. It was just like, yo, I like Guns N' Roses. Check out Guns N' Roses. I like Minor Threat. Here's a Minor Threat CD. It wasn't.
Here's my riff, and here's my riff.
It was. I don't know. I don't know. The hip hop world it still is a better conduit for figuring out new music. And yes, it's mostly going to be like soul and R&B and funk based things, but it's a better world for discovering new music than the rock world. The rock world's very, very close-minded in general.
I guess so, but I mean, we've seen in the last 15, 20 years, a lot of modern hip hop is inspired or directly samples, or maybe not 20 years, but at least 10 years, a lot of modern hip hop samples from modern rock music. It's not like it's not old funk and old soul music from the 70s. Like a lot of people are sampling shit from the 90s and shit from the 2000s.
And that's
you hear it all the time.
A lot of that is because of the Beastie Boys, and the Beastie Boys are inspiring these bands from the 90s because of their 80s stuff. And now, contemporary reviews and stuff are now going back to those bands. It's always like who inspired who inspired who inspired who inspired who. And you always go back to like the Hendrix, the Elvis, the Muddy Waters, the Sunhouse, whatever it is. But I think that's why Beastie Boys are so much bigger than than just like three guys talking about your bad Beth onion rings.
So body moving, we good with this one?
What do you mean? We even begun to scratch the surface? I feel like the.
I don't know. What I mean,
like
we've gone on a lot of tangents.
I feel like the
so
inconceivable guy in Princess Bride, where he's like, I haven't begun to start.
Inconceivable. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the scene when him talking to Carrie Yules, and then he was like, well, if I poison mine, then you would think I poisoned mine, so you would switch them.
Yeah.
But a smart man would know that you would think that. And he's like, are you done? He's like, I'm just getting started. That's what I feel like right now. But no, dude, the way I think
Tammy watched that for the first time like a few months ago. I made her watch it.
She like it? Oh, yeah. How could you not like it? It's
and how could you not?
delicious.
And how have you never seen that? How have you never seen The Princess Bride?
Dude, when Carrie Yules, when he falls down the cliff, or he rolls down the hill, and he's like, as you wish, and she goes, and then dives after him.
Then
like
dives in it.
That's simultaneously the most romantic thing ever, and just stupid. Like,
That's so stupid.
You can walk.
Also, when he fights the rat, too,
and he punches it. Remember, he punches
Dude,
it.
It's so fucking funny. Oh my god!
Just genius fucking writing.
Hilarious. Yeah.
It's genius stuff. It's again,
fantastic.
it's romantic, but also like, bro, that's stupid.
Yes.
And they do the whole the fogs, the swamps, right? But they could have just went around it. They get caught anyway, so it was completely worthless. And oh, so good. Anyway, the way these guys just finish off each other's parts, I think it's the best on this song. They weave in and out of the bars. It's just fucking wild. Again, I mentioned the second verse. Starts off with that non-beat, just give it a little space. And also the whole record, too. Hello Nasty, the whole aesthetic of space. I think almost every single song, apart from like the dedication song, maybe one other song, everything plays a part into the overall like space aesthetic, the sounds, the soundscape, the feel of everything. Everything is kind of spacey. It's kind of like otherworldly, whereas like Ill Communication, Check Your Yet, everything else was kind of like a band tinkering and you know, playing in their garage. This one almost sounds like mad scientists putting shit together. It's, I don't know, maybe I'm just putting all this together because of the videos and everything, but I do think a lot of these songs have space elements to them.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think it's the synth. I think that's Money Mark. It's really Money Mark.
Oh, for sure.
And what he adds to the soundscape and what he adds synth wise, I think is fantastic. And he's just grown over the years, much like the three guys have grown over since Check Your Yed. He's grown too, and he's grown to be more, to add to the soundscape, like Deftones have done, you know, with Frank Delgado. He just creates more of an atmosphere and a sound and a tone and vibe to the songs. You know, I feel it's the same with Money Mark.
Or the second percussionist in Slipknot.
Well, the percussionist in Slipknot, that's something, that's stupid. That's just stupid. And I love Slipknot, but it's stupid.
So good. Did you listen to the Fatboy Slim remix this week?
I did not. No,
because I fucking love that shit so much. It's weird too because Body Movin', this whole record is long, right? It's 22 songs. Yeah. None of these songs ever feel long. Like that's what I like about them. These songs aren't 5-6 minutes long. Yeah, you're right.
They don't.
They're all short, so it never feels like it's that long. Body Movin', the Fatboy Slim remix is like 5.5 minutes, but man, it is so good. That is for sure a vinyl worthy purchase. The Fatboy Slim remix makes me want to buy the deluxe version of Hella Nasty, the 4 LP set that has all the remixes on it, because it's so goddamn good.
But you have an OG of this.
But yeah, the video, dude, the video's so good, right? It's so goofy, it's so over the top, and it ends with like the cutting off of the head and the blood spurting out, but it's the right amount of like gore and shock gore, but also like funny to where it doesn't need to be censored, because that shit probably should have been censored, right? In the late 90s, especially leading into like...
Which makes me think that Spike Jonze didn't direct this video.
No, this is MCA. This is MCA
it's
for
MCA,
sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's great.
Fucking fantastic video.
Oh. It's something. I lost my train of thought.
Do you not think this is a fantastic music video? Do you not think Intergalactic and Body Movin' are fantastic videos?
No, I think they are. Okay. But I lost my train. I was going to say something. God damn it, I forgot though.
Obviously, it wasn't important because you wouldn't have forgot.
Shit, I forgot. I don't know.
It's part of the course. Sorry. No, those are my 1 and 2 bangers. I have a lot. The Move is my 3B.
The Move.
The Move.
Where does that one sit for me?
The Noise.
The Move is not a banger for me.
Well,
It's
that's
not
stupid.
a banger. That's fine though. I mean, but not everything can be a banger, and that's not a banger.
Okay.
But we can get into it. That's fine.
I think the Move coming off. So is Super Disco Breaking or Remote Control bangers?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Both of those are.
So the Move I like. There's a lot of rad touches here. There's channel separation, I think is really fucking cool in the intro. There's some dope like echo added onto like various parts of it, which I think is cool because that kind of adds to like the spacey theme. Where like channel separation doesn't need to be like spacey, but when you add all these other things to it, it's like, oh, that is kind of spacey and eclectic and weird, dude. But then like the last sample too is really rad because it comes in, has a super heavy drum beat. I know you said earlier, like, oh, it doesn't have to have a heavy drum beat to make it good or whatever. I don't give a fuck. But then also like the outro, dude. This outro was one of the first times I heard like Mexican music and hip hop, and I was like, oh, this is blowing my mind here, right? And that outro, like, and that's from a band I've never heard of before called
It's like the last like 40 seconds, 45 seconds.
Los Angeles Negros, and it's just, oh, it's so fucking good. And I listened to the original track of that song too, and it's fucking dope. It's so good. But all like the little piano parts, right? Where I think it's Mike D. Yeah, it's Mike D. Talks about like the dogs like me because I'm really sniffable, and has the little piano, like, bing, ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
It's
Like,
like
what is
like
going on with
like
this
the
thing,
horror,
right?
like the haunted house horror kind of like
Yeah.
organ going on. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and Mike's is just like it's like a circus thing, and it's but that stemmed from a real thing, and Mike D claims that like during this like 5-year period, for some reason, like dogs just fucking loved him, and he hated it, and they sniffed him all the time and humped his leg. And he's like, "What the fuck is even going on with me?" It's just it's cool.
But also, how can you not like dogs?
For a long time, I did not like dogs. For
Until
a
you
very
got
long
until you
times.
got dogs.
I
and
didn't
then you
get a
realized,
dog.
like,
Renee got a dog. Therefore, I had to like
Okay.
dogs.
and now you love the dogs.
I had a fish when I lived at the condo, and I didn't know why I got the fucking fish.
You had a fish?
Yeah, I had a beta fish for a minute, and then actually when I first met Renee, I had the fish, and I was like, dude, I don't want this fish anymore. Like, do you want it? Otherwise, if you don't want it, I'm gonna flush it down the toilet. And guess what happened to it?
It went down the toilet.
It went down the toilet. I wouldn't do that now. It's fucked up, but
We were in our early 20s.
we're early 20s.
Yeah, the move, like I said, not a banger, but it's a good song. Second track on the album. Do we have anything else on this one? Do you have anything else on this one?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to cover here. We haven't even got to the second half yet of the record.
Yeah, no, it's true. I want to
Which
get
is
into some of the non-rap stuff on the
Yes.
record, but my 3B is Super Disco Breakin', the first record.
That's my 4B, first song.
Okay, good. Let's get into this. They sampled Sucker MCs from Run DMC on this one. There's some like subtle like double bass drums on this one, but it's subtle. Like you don't really notice it until you're really like sitting there and concentrating. But yeah, it's just the synth like dun 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 dun. It just trudges
heavy
along
drum
the whole
beat, heavy
fucking
cymbals,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Just a lot of noise. It's a very busy drum beat over just like a slower ding ding ding
Yeah.
ding, a lot of noise.
Yes.
But
Exactly. Yeah.
my favorite part of this
They love
song
noise.
is when I think it's Ad Rock when he says like, eat the pina pumpkin, and I didn't know what he
What
said
is he-
until
what?
he said sometimes it's round dance, sometimes so smoking, when peeking up in the pumpkin. What the fuck he even says? I already forgot what he says too.
I still have no idea what you're saying.
Fucking piece of shit. I gotta look it up. Like super.
Once again, lyrically, I feel like they're just a lot of these are hype songs. They're shouting out to fans, and that's what this song is specifically. But every once in a while, they'll have a song where it's a little bit deeper on various levels. But
It's all of
here
them.
it's-
They're all interrupting each other. It's there. He says sometimes I like to brag, sometimes I'm soft spoken, but when I'm in Hall and I eat the pinapokin. But the
Okay.
way Ad Rock says it, he's like, sometimes I like to brag, sometimes I like to brag, sometimes soft smoking. But when I'm in Hall and I eat the pinapokin. That's how he says it. I never knew what he says, so that's always how I said it. Like when I was saying along until this
Yeah.
week.
Till
I
right now.
swear he says it like that. You think I'm crazy, but I swear he says it like that.
I mean, I believe you. But
Phonetically,
no, I
right?
this is a great opener. Honestly,
Oh, it's a killer opener.
yeah. Anyway, let's get into that. That was your 4B, right?
Yeah, I mean,
should we get into some more of the instrumentals? I mean, we've talked so much about the hip hop, the rap stuff. Because Remote Control is my number 4.
That's my 5B.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to get into that. We can get into
That's fine.
The deeper cuts.
I think Song for the Man's a deeper cut, and it's the fourth fucking track off the record.
Song for the Man?
Yeah.
That didn't make my banger list.
I don't like your attitude, boy. Right, that's how it starts off with a little kid. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's
it's very psychedelic.
Yeah, dude, it's 60s psych all over it. Like the jazzy kind of like Herbie Hancock Headhunters vibe thing going on. And there's a piano solo. So you love your fucking boy so much you didn't fucking care about the piano solo in this thing?
What are you talking about?
Okay.
It's just not a banger for me. That's just what it comes down to.
It's just like I guess coming between like Remote Control and Just a Test, 1 2 1 2, this is just a test. It's cool because this is a song they threw out there saying like, just so you know, we're gonna do a lot more of this later on, and it's here, and then it's like the Grasshopper, and then like the entire second half is this. But I think it's cool that they threw it out in the 4th track.
Yeah, early on.
Just
I like Song for Junior.
Song
like
for
we're talking
Junior.
about songs for people.
God. Song for Junior is so fucking good.
It's fucking great, right? It's an instrumental jam. Exotica, very Exotica influence.
Very Exotica.
How much we love Exotica here. And the marimba. It's got the marimba, and I'm just an absolute sucker for it. Plus, it has the organ. I love the organ, too. It's just like, this has everything I love about this style of music, and they did it so fucking well. So well. Obviously, Money Mark played the organ, but I don't remember who played the marimba on this one. But
a lot of the percussive stuff is, what do they call him? Bobo from Cypress Hill, the drummer from Cypress Hill, and after the second or third record. But like what Song for Junior has is like it's got that T for 2 kind of that din 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 din, and then also like the Exotica, but like pre-Exotica, right? It's not full blown bird calls. It's still almost like weird acid jazz Exotica, because Les Baxter was doing Exotica before the term Exotica was coined.
It's true. Les Baxter was like the original.
A decade before that.
Yeah, he was doing it before. Yes,
there is an Exotica sound before it was kind of like commercialized into like what we think is Exotica now, and like this is it.
But like Martin Denny
perfected
the Exotica. Yes, it's goofy at times, but Martin Denny perfected.
Well, that's what Exotica is, right? The Exotica like should be this thing that is bird calls and Martin Denny and Quiet Village, but at its base, it's still nobody would ever call it acid jazz back then. But that's kind of what it fucking sounds like right now, right? It sounds like acid jazz, and it's cool.
Yeah,
it's fucking dope. It's I don't know. This is not normal like American jazz from the 50s, and Song for Junior is it, man. It is it. This easily could have been on like a 50s, 60s Les Baxter record.
Oh, easily, yeah.
It could
definitely 60s for sure. Yeah, it's really fucking good. It's so different. Even on Check Your Yet and Ill Communication, they dabbled in it, but I feel like they did it the best on this song. On Hello Nasty, they just perfected that kind of style, the Exotica style, lounge style. So I dig it. Another really deep cut from this record, Dr. Lee, PhD, the one with Lee Scratch Perry.
That's not a deep cut.
Absolutely.
It's a pretty well known song from people that like Beastie Boys and Hello Nasty.
But it's the second to last song on the record.
I guess it's a deep cut, like literally, but like a deep cut usually is like, hey, you forget about this song. Like nobody forgets about this song.
But it's straight up a dub reggae track, and I mean they do sample Dub Revolution from the Upsetters, but yeah, it's cool, man. It's just cool. It doesn't sound anything like Beastie Boys, but
did you listen to the dub remix of it?
I did not.
That's okay.
I did not listen to any remixes.
That's
I will
okay.
say that.
We that's okay. Maybe one time when we do this again.
You have to remind me. It was a long week.
I guess. I guess.
Well, it was.
Okay.
But I mean, I think those are some of the outliers. Of course, I do like some songs more than Dr. Lee, PhD, but what are some other outliers that you dig?
It's funny because 3 MCs and 1 DJ, I think, is a really popular one, and it's like a low tier banger for me.
That's same here.
I think this is like the most basic of their hip hop songs on this record. I think that's one that you might have been able to get away with taking off the record and making it a little bit short. It just so happens to be a really good like hip hop song from them, and their rapping is really good, but flow wise, I'm not too crazy about it. But I don't know, dude. Sneaking Out of the Hospital, fucking phenomenal instrumental.
I love that.
Putting shame in your game, flowing prose, like and me, Grasshopper. I don't know.
I love them. I love
Picture
all the instrumentals
this.
on this.
Dude, picture
Sneaking
this.
Out the Hospital is fucking incredible. It's an incredible song. And what's cool about these, you kind of have to. You don't have to call them that, but they're kind of interludes, but they're just as long as your normal rap tracks, hip hop tracks, which is great. And they go through the entire time, like they create an actual song. It's not just like, oh, let's play a minute of it and just like this cool riff that we have, let's just like repeat it over and over again for a minute. No, they actually made like full-fledged songs for like almost 3 minutes, and they're all good. They're all fucking good.
And what's cool is because like this is like the full band, right? It's not just the Beastie Boys, but like My Radio C is having his hand on every single song. Mixmaster Mike's here, Money Marks is here, and then you get like Bobo from Cypress Hill doing the percussive work, and so you get like this one, Sneak Out of the Hospital, and later like the Grasshopper unit. There's a lot of like cool stuff going on where it's the full band, and so you kind of think like, damn, this like Sneak Out of the Hospital sounds like it's just this groove thing that like maybe Mixmaster Mike
it or something.
Mario C's just going at it, but then like there's some key elements to it. So like obviously Money Mark has his hand in there too. So it's like it's all hands on deck for these instrumental tracks like this sometimes. But then you read like the who did what when, and like, oh wow, I didn't know that. That threw me through a loop. I didn't realize that he would not have been on this song, and he would have been on this song. That's what makes it so cool, because all these songs flow and it makes sense to be in the overarching sound of Hello Nasty. And I still think that even this goes in like the space vibe. It's very like what people in the 50s thought like space would be like later on. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like retro. Remember that Deadly Tower of Monsters game we played?
Oh, that was a good game.
What do you call that futuristic retro space thing, right? There's a specific term
Is there a
for
name
that.
for it?
There's a specific term for that, and that's what this is. That's what this is.
Kind of like Fallout, you know? Kind of how Fallout is, right?
Yeah. It's exactly like Fallout.
Exactly. I'm always right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
See, you got to just like, why can't you just take the W on that one and we can just move on? But you got to.
Because I just want to annoy you. I just want to annoy you.
You got to say something. I'm annoyed.
Anyway, what are some other ones here? I've got to go back to my bangers.
Dude, take every single fucking one. Putting shame in your game right after this one. And me. That's a banger.
Oh, that's a great one too. Yeah.
I don't know. In the negotiation limerick file, I think that's one banger. I think those should be one song, because I don't know. It's a fucking dope song. I think it's heavy. It's a softer kind of like vocal driven tune. But man, it's got some feels to it, and they played this one during the MCA tribute on the movie, and it was fucking heavy. And I didn't think I was gonna be like that emotional during that movie, because like I don't really know these guys, and like I didn't grow up with these guys, and like this is my intro to them, and I followed this, but I didn't follow their career that closely. They're always just kind of around, but I really did get emotional when they were talking about MCA. And at one point, Ad Rock told Mike D, like, I can't do it. Finish it up.
He's like,
I was like, damn, bro, this is really sad. And then I told you, I texted you too. I was like, dude, if you knew nothing about the Beastie Boys, you would think that these two guys had not been on tour together for over 30 years. They looked unnatural. It looked weird. It looked like you needed. Well, also,
they were like in that Beastie Boys story thing. They were reading off the teleprompter. Like they kept bringing it up too, that they're reading off a teleprompter, and it came off as that too. It's like nobody talks like that. Like it was stilted. It was,
but it's not like it's their first time reading from a teleprompter. It's not like it's their first time interacting and throwing jokes back and forth.
That was like the worst part of it. Was like you could clearly tell that they're just reading off it. Like nobody talks like that. Nobody talks like the way that they were talking in that.
I clearly saw two guys on stage, and there's just something missing from them. And had I not known, I wouldn't know what it was. Like this just seems weird. Maybe these guys haven't talked to each other in 10 years. It seems weird. And like MCA clearly is missed from the band. And
he was the glue. He was the best, the glue and the best part of this band. He was the driving force of this band
for sure
from the very beginning, from the punk era until he died. He was that. I mean, he was the only. They would said so many times in that doc that they would just show up and he just knew how to do things. He was like they said, oh, he was the superintendent of the building in New York.
Yeah.
and he would just like go and fix like a radiator
intuitively
or a toilet.
just know how to do something.
Yeah, just know how to do it. And then he would just show up and he would know how to use a camera, like a certain like specialty camera. He would just know how to use it.
The picture of Paul's Boutique, the fucking 3D camera.
Yeah,
They're like, where the fuck did you learn how to do that?
Camera. He just knew how to do it. And then one thing was cool that they brought out the example of was like how they got, I forgot what song it was off of Paul's Boutique. I think it was Paul's Boutique. They got the drum sample from a Zeppelin song, but what MCA did was he used the reel-to-reel tape, the 2-inch tape, and then he took, instead of on the first reel, instead of it going into the second reel immediately, he had it wrap around a couple of chairs and then go into the second reel, because that's how reel reels work, obviously. And when he wrapped it around the chairs, because there was friction on it, it would slow the actual tape reels down, and that's what he would loop. He would loop the slowed down version of Bonham's drumming, and then in turn they would use that for whatever beat was in the song. And it's like, how do you know to do this? Like, what? There was no YouTube. There was no Google. There was nothing. This is the 80s. How do you know how to do this?
It was What Goes Around, because that's the Moby Dick sample that I think was like, I don't know.
Was it Moby Dick?
One.
Okay.
But they, like the Fripp-Petronas we talked about, like King Crimson, right? Where Fripp would take the two reel-to-reels and put one through the other to add whatever effect he was trying to add to double it up. But yeah, MCA was just on a different world. And they all got better at their instruments, right? And they're all like, oh, we're getting so much better. Like, Ad Rock's getting better at the guitar, and Mike T's getting better at the drums. And then here's MCA on a stand-up bass. I'm like, what the fuck?
He had no idea how to play one. But he just intuitively knew how to play it.
Like, I just figured out how to, like, keep time now. Cool. And then I just figured out, like, what chords were. And then he's already, like, fucking Ron Carter over here on the fucking bass. And, like, that's just who he was. I agree. The driving force behind this band, the
videos, the look of the band too, because during the fucking, what's it called, Check Your Head, even during Paul's Boutique, he took over as kind of photographer, and he took over as the music video maker too. Like any videos they put out, he did all of it.
Smart move too. The photographer knew how to do smart move, right? Instead of doing those press fucking things where you take, like, let's just pre-take pictures and give them out. Like, no, we're not doing a photo shoot. We've already taken them. We're done. And the whole, like, Nathaniel Hornblower, Switzerland guy, I didn't know that he interrupted the REM best video
That was
thing.
So good. Yes. the MTV Video Awards in, like, 1994 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 94.
It was the Beastie Boys up against REM and a few other bands for best video of the year. Beastie Boys lost to REM.
It was Sabotage.
Oh, yes, it was Sabotage. So that was 94. Yeah, it was a Sabotage video to Everybody Hurts from REM, and REM ended up winning the best video at the MTV Video Awards, and as REM as Michael Stipe is coming up on stage about to go to the mic, fucking Hornblower, or MCA as his Swiss character, comes up and he just starts talking about how great the Beastie Boys video is, and he goes on for like a good 20, almost 30 seconds, and Michael Stipe's just kind of laughing like, what the fuck, I don't know who this guy is. And then all of a sudden, like, somebody from the backstage comes up and just like grabs MCA and like drags him off stage. Which I had never seen that until this week.
I never saw that. I never knew about that, and it kind of makes me think like, oh, the Kanye thing's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like when Kanye called out Taylor Swift for Beyonce, and it's like, dude, no one ever talks about this Beastie Boy thing. And they never will because he died. But that's
and even like in 2000 or 99. Remember when Timmy C from Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah, he
got up and did when Limp Bizkit won the award over.
But Limp Bizkit should have won that award though.
Well, that's true. Yes, but I mean, that was like also like a protest thing, much like Kanye did in 2009 or whenever that was.
But no one ever talks about
MCA.
No.
Yeah, and he
Weird.
looked ridiculous with that costume, the big ass
So
mustache and the lederhosen and all that shit. He looked ridiculous. Like that should be talked about more than the fucking Kanye one. Like seriously, it should be because he looked ridiculous.
And he took up more time, and he was kind of more rude about it. At least Kanye said, if my memory serves me correct, he said like, Taylor, your video is great, but
I'm gonna let you have your moment. I'm gonna let you have your moment. But Beyonce had the best video. Like what the fuck? Like he wasn't rude about it at all. But anyway.
That's wild that this makes Kanye look good.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's we can run through a couple things here just because I'm curious on your thoughts on them, and then we can I guess wrap it up. You don't like Instant Death? That's crazy. What about And Me? Do you like And Me?
I do like And Me. Yeah. Yeah, it's a banger. It's my 12 banger, but I do really like it.
Dude, I fucking love these like chill, atmospheric pieces that again could be part of like the emo scene if we're not careful. They really could. A lot of these like guitar lines too that come in, are especially in what the fuck when we were talking about earlier. I can't remember what it was already. Song for Junior, I think it was. No, not Song for Junior, different one. Anyway. I like And Me because the lyrics, like a dope kind of like double entendre, right? It's like a literal. The song's like about like you could say it's about a robot being wrapped up in wires and made of electronic synapses and shit. And is he real? Is he not real? But he's kind of becoming aware of a bigger existence. But also,
I mean,
it could be people. It could be us. It could be us, being wrapped up in technology. But it's just. It's cool because, again, it goes in the space theme. And all those little boops and zaps going on throughout the song, too. Like, whatever sample that's from. I did look it up. I didn't write it down because it wasn't that interesting. But it's all from, like, another British guy. A lot of these from British people because they do a lot of weird shit over the years. But then that last part, where about playing basketball outside in the rain, that's a Sesame Street thing sample that was taken. But he talks about, I wish I could play basketball. I wish I could play basketball in the rain and not get wet. I was like, dude, what a cool fucking way to end this song, right? Like, I wish I could be happy even when I'm being sad. Like, what a dope, what a good song. That's what I'm saying. Good, emo, like, if we're not careful here, this could have been an emo song.
You know what the musically what this song reminds me of is Dick Hyman. We've talked about Dick Hyman on the pod, and we got into him when we started collecting vinyl, but the guy was known like early on in the 60s to use synthesizers and use them in weird and fucked up quirky ways. And because this has all the beeps and zaps and boops and like all the weird shit that you wouldn't normally do on a synthesizer, but he fucking ripped it up in the 60s on some of his records. And that's what this song reminds me a lot of Dick Hyman. And if anybody listening, go check out Moon Gas by Dick Hyman. Wow. That record is fucking phenomenal. I don't give a fuck what you say. Moon Gas is so good. Moon Gas is so good.
That's not what makes Dick Hyman though. Like if you were to tell someone
but it's the best thing he did.
Okay. Well,
Moon Gas? Come on. Oh, continue. Not. Oh, sorry. Continue. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say if you were gonna tell someone to go listen to one Dick Hyman record, like, hey, what's this guy Dick Hyman about? Like, you really can tell Moon Gas?
I would say Moon Gas. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. So yeah, and then that goes into 3MCs, which it's a cool lead up into that song, but like you said too, 3MCs it's a good track, but it doesn't really stand out or hit as much as most other songs on the record. So.
It's like the weakest. It's for sure the weakest hip hop song on the record.
Yeah, I would say so. And it was a single. It was they made a video for this. This was popular.
Well, because you need like a strong hip hop single to appeal to the hip hop heads. You can't give them fucking Grasshopper and Song of Her Junior. What about Picture This? You like Picture This? Did we talk about Picture This yet?
Yeah, my 7B. My 7B.
Fucking so good.
What do you have on this one?
This is kind of like again. I love these ethereal jams like this. This reminds me of some kind of like Peggy Lee kind of shit, right? And like this like dingy jazz lounge. You get like this. It's Brooke Williams. She's the one that's singing this. Your sister with a different last name is singing on this one. I think she slays. Just such a good job. Soft, like angelic delivery while still keeping it kind of funky, a little spacey. Oh, just all like the daydreamy aspect of this thing. And the little flute thing in the bathroom, in the background too.
In the bathroom, yes.
Flute in the bathroom. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, it's a jazzy little number with a lot of exotica thrown in there. I love it. I think it sounds fantastic. And the guys don't add any vocals to this song from what I remember. It's all just her. And no, it's great. It's just a pleasant song to listen to. That's what it is.
God damn. I see. I love this. The one more Unite, and then we'll call it Unite. You like Unite?
Unite did not make my bangers.
That's okay. Heavy groove. I think it's fucking wild. A lot of space sounds here. Heavy synth groove. But that could be it. Then we can get in our outros if you want, or anything else you want to talk about.
Well, I mean, Unite was cool because it had like a lot of those cool video game samples and all that.
Yeah,
yeah. No, there was some really cool shit, like the little explosion. I forgot what game that was from though.
I think it was Missile Command. Was it Missile Command?
Was it Missile Command? Yeah, like the bomb exploding. Yeah, but no, there's a lot of cool samples on this one. But I mean, at this point, you're almost at the end of the record. You're at track 19, and it's like, damn, I've heard so much of the hip hop stuff. I kind of just want to chill this latter half of the record.
That's what it does, dude.
Yeah, but Unite's cool. It's really cool, but I think it's ill placed. I think had you thrown this earlier in the record, maybe you throw this on the first side of it. Second side of the record, it would be better sequencing, but so late in the record, I don't think it's necessary. But anyway, yeah, Unite. Do we want to talk about any other songs on this one?
I think we got over all the big ones.
Yeah, I think so too. Some things like about the background of this record. They won 2 Grammys for this record. They won one for Best Alternative Music Album for Hello Nasty, and then they won a Grammy for the Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group for Intergalactic. And this was the first time that any band or group has won both rap and alternative categories, which is
stupid as fuck because the Grammys are dumb.
Awards suck. Yes,
and it's just like we're just giving things out now because why not?
It's like baseball statistics. Yeah. You know, it's just the most ridiculous things.
Baseballs are out of control.
I know, it's so stupid. It's
out
comical.
Of control.
Yeah. And this record is also the first week sales 681,000 records sold in the U.S. alone.
One of those was
crazy.
Me. One of those was me.
One of those, it was not me, but
one of those was me. Yeah.
But that's pretty cool too. That's so many fucking records for a band that you would have thought peaked in 1986 with License to Ill. They come out with this over 10 years later, and they sell. It's like one of the best selling records of the year, which is great. It's cool, and so different from the first album. But anyway, that's all I have for this one.
Maybe.
Do you have anything else?
No, that's it. I don't. I mean, like we watched the movie and just go watch the movie. I do want to read the book too, so it'll.
I do have that. I have that on Audible already, and I did try to listen to it years ago, but I thought it was so boring on Audible. And this was like 6 years ago. It was actually when we did Paul's Boutique on the pod. I tried listening to the audiobook,
well, that makes sense.
But I thought it was
Paul's
so boring.
Boutique is boring, so therefore the audiobook is boring. Okay.
Well, possibly. Oh, actually, we didn't talk about the album artwork for Hello Nasty.
Oh yeah,
the sardine can. All three of them. The three of the guys are in the sardine can, in front of the big blazing sun and all that. I thought it was cool artwork.
It's cool. It's no big deal. I like. I could probably pull it out. I've always liked the inner artwork because it's got like a lot of. It shows like their whole space station work space. So it's got like a basketball hoop in there. It's got like a little studio, and it's, you know what I mean? It's just fucking cool. I don't know. And the back cover art has, like, I don't know what, like a reel-to-reel with a robot thing and their track listing. And I remember as a kid, I would look at that picture there and be like, oh, dude, like what
space station?
And my buddy Eric and then Taylor, and Yorba Linda, but Eric and I'm at my mom's house. Like we look at it and be like, "Oh, dude, this is where we play basketball. This is where we would jam." Even before we even played instruments too, it was pretty wild. But I've always liked the packaging of this, the artwork. I think it's fine. It's not my favorite of theirs. It's not my least favorite of theirs. But the packaging in this, I like a lot.
Okay,
I like a lot.
Good. All right, so let's wrap it up. Let's give our final thoughts on this record. Let's rate the record based off of our world-famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So what do you got? Go.
Yeah, like I said in the rankings, I think the Beastie Boys on pretty much every one of their records push themselves to a different limit. What do we want to do with this? How do we want to make this different than everything that we've done before? And they pretty much accomplish it on every one of their records, except for one. I think Five Boroughs is just absolutely their weakest record, without even a fucking doubt. But this is even something different. Whereas Paul's Boutique is so different than License to Ill, I think Hello Nasty is so different than everything else they've done. This is a band, like, right? It's not just like 3 guys who are rappers and hiring like a producer or a turntablist or whatever. This sounds like a band. And we have songs here where like maybe the guys aren't even on it. Like, it's possible that it's just like Mario C and Mixmaster Mike and Money Mark. Like, maybe the guys aren't even on some of these songs, and that's kind of cool because we get a lot of really weird, eclectic, goofy, ethereal jams, and they've never done it since, and they never did it before. So I think Hello Nasty is something special. I think it's often overlooked as their best because I think you're looking for side A, even though it's a fucking double disc because it's 22 songs. So, like, it's very top heavy, right? The first 12 tracks, it's just like you can't fuck with Intergalactic, Body Moving, right? Like, it's crazy. Super Disco, like, these are crazy, crazy good songs.
Yeah, they are.
But to overlook the latter half, I think you're doing yourself a disservice because you're looking for something it's not supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. And I think the second half is really where it's at. Really, is what really drives this record home. It
does something different for them.
So
kind of different for them.
So unique. But still like catchy, right? All these songs are still fucking catchy. They still have like melodies to them. Still good. I don't think. I don't know. I think this is as perfect as you can get. It's a 2.9. It's a 2.9.
Wow.
As perfect as you can get from the Beastie Boys. I don't think they have a perfect record. Perfect. I don't think it's a perfect record, but fucking hell, 2.9.
Okay. So yeah, I think Hello Nasty, I think it's a fantastic record. I love that they are a band. They do things the way they want to do it. They do their own. They're in their own studio for the most part. They write together. Yes, they sample, but it's minimal compared to what they were doing in the early days, and they sample themselves a lot too. I think the people that and the fact that they surround themselves with some incredible musicians like Money Mark and Mixmaster Mike, and what's great too is that they didn't ditch Money Mark once Mixmaster Mike got into the fold. They didn't ditch Money Mark.
Yeah,
like they had different ideas for different songs. Like, oh, you should be on this song. You should be on this song.
Good. They found a new spot for him.
Yes, exactly, and I love that the collaborative effort that this band has is just it's incredible. I love it, and I love how all over the place these records are, and they're still very cohesive. Nothing really sounds out of place for the most part. I think this is an incredible record. It's not my favorite, obviously, but I still think it's great, and what they were doing was fantastic. And with that being said, I would give this a 2.75 out of 3. 2.75 out of 3. I think it's truly an amazing record. So, there you go. 2.75 out of 3. I like the Beastie Boys. I really do.
Yeah.
But anyway. That's all we have for this episode, right? We got nothing else.
We did it.
We did it. We did the
Talked
Beastie
about
Boys.
everything about this record. Every last fucking detail we went over.
Every last
That's good.
detail, yes.
That's good.
Howie Weinberg did master this, so there you go.
Yeah.
Famous master. I don't know.
Master.
That's what you call it.
Master.
But anyway, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you smash that subscribe button. That's what the kids say, dude. And that's it. That's all.